So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. Maldini. Maldini. Upamecano deals with that comfortably. And here's Osimhen! And that's caused a worry or two. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this fella, Ruben Neves, I suspect would be a key factor, Peter, sitting deep in midfield, which gives him a great view of the landscape all around him, and he can spray balls all around the pitch and really get his team moving forward with momentum.
Okay, interesting. He's shifting through the gears here. And that is a little undercooked. Alexander-Arnold, there he goes, motoring forward. This is promising, and he's got the beating of his man. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Olise spots it and intercepts.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Now the finish! Goal! Arsenal! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Chelsea finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Played with finesse. Well timed, excellent interception. Eze.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He could be in here. Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
Lamine Yamal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Chelsea with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. No way through, so back it comes. He's got the shot away! And now a sudden chance to counter. Good ball over the top. Oh, nicely intercepted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Nice interception, well timed. Floated up and over. He's picked his way through. And the shot! He scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Chelsea grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus, and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Maldini. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Osimhen! And that is doing no harm at all.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Hits one! They want to be quick to recover this. Ødegaard does really well to win the ball there. Looking for the run. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Now that's a fine challenge. Saliba. Belanova. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That is a brilliant interception. Olise. Nicely aimed pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Stones cuts it out. Oh, super find. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Maldini. Belanova. Now it's Osimhen. Eze. Oh, he's found support out wide. Now the great chance! He's delivered all right! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Osimhen. Played out towards the right wing. That is good alertness. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Face to face with the keeper. There's the hit! They've done it! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Chelsea go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Lenormand. Aim forwards.
Look, it's a run defence dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Eze.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Good spot, he's seen the run. And here's Rafael Leao. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Ruben Neves.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And he's on his way!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his team...
Rafael Leao! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. Loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. There's the shot.
The attendance for this match
That was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Chelsea have their third corner. Up for a header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Ruben Neves, who's set up one goal so far. Driving through the middle. Oh, what has happened here? Ruben Neves delivering the goods as expected.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Olise. Timber. Tries to dink it in. Upamecano gets it away. Osimhen. Osimhen with a definite foul there.
Substitutions taking place.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Gets to show off his quick feet. Arsenal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Alexander-Arnold. Eze, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ruben Neves. And he's had a hit! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
He's cut it out. Eze. Oh, really good feet. And he's had it nicked away. Ødegaard does well to get it back. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Traoré. Oh, shooting chance! Ødegaard. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. And the shot! Osimhen. And that is expertly dealt with. Barcola. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's straight offside. Ødegaard. Yamal. No, that's been intercepted. Yamal on two now and looking for three. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, perfectly measured that. Ruben Neves. Barcola. He's through, now is he in? Great defending, strong and determined. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. That's that, the end. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match as... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. That is good alertness.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Lenormand gets over and intercepts. Pass is just off target. It's a smartly directed ball. So a very special reception for the very special Franck Ribéry.
Very true, and I think all of us here are expecting an awful lot from him. He is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the very best in his preferred left-wing position. He said himself that that's where he feels most free.
I guess that's what gives him the freedom to make use of his pace, his movement, and his ability to shoot from a fair way out.
Correct.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rafinha. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Oh, that's a key interception. Maldini. And that's been won straight back.
Belanova.
Neither side especially adventurous early on.
Belanova.
Bergkamp. Looking for options for movement. Nicely aimed pass. Played back in. Gets a good foot in there.
Guardiola.
Quarter of an hour played. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Played through for the wide man. Haaland! Good strike, quite an alarm.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that has been knocked clear. And that is out of play. Now it's Haaland. Dembele. Ribéry. Great hit! And that is doing no harm at all. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a nicely measured pass. Haaland! He's scored!
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Chipped through. Defending was strong and firm. Haaland. Osimhen.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Saliba calmly anticipates. Back into the middle. Osimhen. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Good read, needed to be. That has been cut short. Haaland. Olise. Osimhen. And it's Ribery. Oh, and Ribery! Oh, bang on target. That's played into space. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Olise. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Ribery.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Bergkamp. He can run onto that. Haaland! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Now it's Bergkamp. Out of play for a goal kick. Well, that's well spotted. Rafinha. And the whistle goes for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
That gets things going for the second half.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Maldini. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Some resolute defending there. Chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Madrid have their second corner now. Sane is there, and he can get that clear. Haaland. Oh, that was vital. Sane. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Arsenal different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how...
Osimhen! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Osimhen deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Oh, he's onto this. Haaland! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Now that's well seen too. Conte. Interesting ball. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
It's one through. Osimhen. Ribery. Now it's Haaland. It's a pretty loose pass. Threads one in. Now it's Haaland.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He has found the way through. Stones can get it clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Tries a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Llorente. That's a fabulous ball. Lenormand makes the interception. Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Pass somewhat off target. Tchouaméni. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bergkamp. Haaland.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And he was quick to react. He's through here. Ribery. Dembele. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Haaland! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Haaland has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's lofted through here. Haaland finds himself offside. Arsenal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And Sané! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Yeah, this is part of the job. Head down and keep plugging away.
Nicked it back promptly.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Played back in. Haaland. Oblak catches it safely. Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. He's in plenty of space here. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Van Dijk cuts it out. The final 5 minutes. Dembele. Done delicately. It's a goal kick. Llorente. Back into the middle. Osimhen! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Haaland tries to dink it through. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another go. That's the end. Arsenal were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply...
This is my decision. I don't think you listen. You listen. I don't think you listen. For me to come out, it must mean I'm not the dog. It must mean I'm not the same. It must mean I'm on your case. For me to come out, it means that I'm not the dog. I want to show you my world. Give me one break, I need faith. Faith to believe you, faith to receive you. Give me something I'm lacking, I don't need nothing. You are my everything. Only me and you, only me and you, only me and you, only me and you, only me, only you, only me and you, only me and you, only me and you, only baby I'm not.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Davis.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Mbappe gets into some space. Maldini. For Olise. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Alexander-Arnold. Bruno Fernandes. That's a good run he's making there. Bruno Fernandes. And now the breakaway. Well, that pass isn't the best. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Mohamed Salah, he's got away. Port have got it back and they'll have another go. And a header! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. The less said about that pass, the better. And that's put paid to a promising move. Osimhen. Quality ball. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Foden. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well read, nice interception.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Bruno Fernandes. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Bruno Fernandes, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Olise. Arsenal are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Foden! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Foden brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Neuer. Van Dijk. Davis. Mbappe. Pedri. Conte. Foot in. Koundé. Van Dijk. Koundé. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And he's there to retrieve it. Pedri. Oh, this looks sharp. Olise. That's beautifully weighted. Van Dijk. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Foden. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Now it's Mbappe. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Olise. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Foden. And it's half-time here. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
Substitution on the field.
That gets things going for the second half.
Rodri.
Arsenal really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Sané. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Osimhen! He's delivered all right!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
There they go, hunting again.
He can run onto that. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Maldini is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Arsenal are clearly enjoying a very good spell.
Great hit! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Davis. Arsenal are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score.
Port showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Bruno Fernandes. Foden. Alexander-Arnold. And it's hoisted clear. Port have reclaimed it. Pedri. That'll be a throw-in.
Substitution in progress.
Ah, good steal. He just read it. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Can he get onto this? And he's managed to get free. Bruno Fernandes. That is a great ball.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, and he's through the middle. He has found the way through. There's the hit! Mohamed Salah.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And the shot! And that would have won it.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
And we have our very first corner. In for a header! That's going to go a long way.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Arsenal leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Great chance! Sticks it away! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
After 84 minutes.
Port clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Coming on the field is number 15.
Lincoln. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
That's good running with the ball. into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
That was lovely, that.
Lincoln. Taken back almost at once. Sané.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Koundé cuts out the pass. And that is as far as it goes. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both.
Deny our love.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds
Hello,
of
everybody,
the
and
footballing
welcome
folk
to
in this
today's
part of the
match.
world. Expectations rising,
against Arsenal.
evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, this, of course, a venue that needs no introduction. To many around the world, simply the home of football. And we're underway. Short changes him with that pass. That's a shade optimistic. That's been drilled forward. Mbappe chasing after it. And they're quick to get it back. He can run onto that. Osimhen! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So, a breakthrough already. Clips it so gently. No, that's been intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Foot in. Olise. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, that's a key interception. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Musiala. Mbappe! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed to the placement.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Osimhen. Still very early doors, but it is a closely... Osimhen! And that's caused a worry or two. And that's been won straight back. Aimed beyond the defence. Dink through. That is good alertness. That's a throw. Can he latch on to this? And he cuts out the supply. He is through here. Oh, what a mistake. Olise. Oh, nicely intercepted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Cross from Rafinha. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Chance! He won't be happy with that one. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Plays a delicate ball. Floated through, and he's intervened well there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Mbappe. A great chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the game and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Arsenal take the lead. Mbappe! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Tchouaméni clears it away. Played out towards the right wing, played back in. Musiala! Oh, split-second reaction.
Musiala actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Tchouaméni getting this one clear. Arsenal can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe. That's a nicely weighted pass. Nicely spread. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Gvardiol. Just too much on that. Kimmich. Musiala. Rafinha. Oh, and he's through the middle. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that pass isn't the best. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Rafinha. Conte. Picked out brilliantly. Can he put it away? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this could be the final action of the first half. Header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Substitution in progress.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Lenormand makes the interception. That has not gone well. Well, that is one way to stop him. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, it's come loose. He's got full.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Kimmich is there, and he can pick it up. Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Pass is just off target. Lukaku. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Well, played right into his path. That'll be a corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. In for a header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Ah, good play all round. He was well hustled and still got a shot away.
Alexander-Arnold spots it and intercepts. Arsenal needing a change of fortune here. Tries a shot! Loose ball. Oh, it's fallen kindly here! That was superb goalkeeping.
Lukaku really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 20.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He's cut it out. It's Lukaku! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Lukaku clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
For this match was 96,026.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Yamal. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
And no, that was never going to make it. Back into the middle. Speculative strike. Decent enough try.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Played back in. Now it's Mbappe. Hits one! Really well taken goal. Two to the good. They have breathing space. But that was easy, almost too easy.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And that is expertly dealt with. Alexander-Arnold. Now that's well seen too. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for the runner. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 23.
Arsenal can make their change now
Number
with
6.
A break in play.
Number 8. Alexander-Arnold. Number
Olise.
7. Joshua Kimmich.
Oh,
Coming on
important
the field,
interception.
Number 9. Phil Foden.
Foden.
Number 3.
Messi.
Number 2. Villanova. Number
Oh, he's found some
25,
space here.
Caicedo.
Now it's Mbappe. There's the hit! He should have put that one away.
Oh, he went for it there, knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Llorente looking to get on the end of this. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Lenormand calmly anticipates. Politano shifted it to the flank. Back into the middle. There's the shot! And it's there! And surely that settles it. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And yes, it's him again.
So now the difference is 3.
Into the last 5 minutes. Played back in. And the shot! They've done it! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
If you want it, you got it. Go for it, you got it. It's already yours.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. So that's got things underway. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. Quality ball. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. Vinicius Junior threads one in. Got a shot away. It's their first effort on goal.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly, not great precision.
Well read, nice interception. Oh, that's a key interception. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Romelu Lukaku, his physical characteristics are very impressive. They're always...
Lukaku! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Lukaku clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And it's hoisted clear. Ball is over the line. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Fernando Torres. Great ball if he can get there. Been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Always onto this. Lukaku showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. First quarter of an hour gone. That's really well manoeuvred. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And he's intervened well there. Maldini. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Batistuta. And he cuts out the supply. Neither side yet able to find the net. Stones promptly onto that, and that is that. Lukaku. Maldini. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Played out to the right. It's gone out for a throw-in. Palmer. And it's Fernando Torres, and he's being shifted off it. Olise. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Nice ball, and he's in here. Referee has just said play on. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Olise. Bellingham. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Batistuta. Kante cuts out the pass. Now that's well seen too. Olise. Ruben Dias spots it and intercepts. Chouameni. And he's picked out the run. Oh, what a pass! And the shot! Goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
There will be
So the
one
first
minute added
goal
time.
of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And we've reached half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Those of you making their way
Well, for
home
me,
on
Peter,
public
things have never
transportation
really
today,
got
please
going,
watch
but
the
at least
screen
this
for
will be a
train
good
depart
time
times
to
from all
reflect
major
and
stations.
regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, you have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Arsenal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Llorente
Ruben Dias,
deals with that comfortably.
Guardiola. Vinicius Junior. And it's Guardiola. Now Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Oh, this looks sharp.
It's a pretty loose pass. Palmer. No, that's been intercepted. Shapes to shoot. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Guardiola.
Oh, that's well spotted. Arsenal still behind thanks to that solitary strike. He is just caressing the ball. Palmer. Palmer!
The attendance for this match
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Arsenal choosing to make the first change.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Oh, smashing header! It's in! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A wonderful delivery and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substitution.
Arsenal making consecutive changes here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well,
He's had a hit! Olise cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away. The chance! Osimhen is flagged offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
It looks... Can he finish? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Osimhen. Llorente providing an outlet on that. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And he's quick to get it clear again. Konate. He's played him through. Osimhen!
Osimhen, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Played back in. Oh, important interception. It's gone in, and it is an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Number 2.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Substitution in progress.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Somewhat off target. Musiala. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Osimhen. Great hit! Oh, there's a probing ball. Arsenal must do something here, and very quickly.
Yeah,
And Torres! He scores! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, I'd like to praise a nicely constructed move and goal, but it's hard to see past the many defensive frailties on view there. It was a shambolic attempt to deal with that last attack, it really was.
Chelsea take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
He's had it taken off him. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Tries a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Oh, well played, well played. Shot a goal!
There will be
It's
5
run
minutes
loose.
added
Who's going to get
time.
this time? Surely! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Referee's given a throw. Five minutes to add. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Ruben Dias. Van Dijk. Now Ruben Dias. Timber. And there goes the final whistle. Arsenal perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm... Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. So yet again, Munich expects, and it has every reason so to do. Bayern, so often Germany's indisputable champions, the preeminent force of our day, looking to impose itself once more. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And the shot! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
A momentary lapse exploited with glee. I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Fabian Ruiz.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cleared away. Driving forward. Can he get onto this? Messi. Now it's Diaz. Now it's Kane. It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Dealt with nicely by the defence. It's gone out for a throw-in. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Messi. Messi. And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, delightful ball. Oh, that's well spotted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Substitution.
Osimhen is herring after that one. Well read, nice interception.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's had a hit! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Oh, super find. And he's there to belt it away.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that has put paid to that. And it's Son Heung-min looking for the run. Son Heung-min in acres of space out wide. Heads it! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Messi did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Messi. He's in plenty of space here. Well read, and the danger is averted. Arsenal are opting for an early change in personnel. Oh, what a climb! Harmlessly behind. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Bastoni picks it up from the goal kick. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Saliba gets across to intercept that. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Guardiola kept his eye on it, and he's there. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Son Heung-min.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
To Guardiola.
And the pass is intercepted.
Olise.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Guardiola.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
Bayern Munich have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Here's the... Up he goes! Oh, it's a nice idea, but There's the hit! He's keen, determined to have his say.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
And we hit half-time. Oh, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Arsenal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Diaz is in a really good position out wide. And it's Kane. Oh, and he's through the middle. Now it's Diaz. There's shot at goal! It's there! And this is getting better and better.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Bayern Munich are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Now it's Osimhen. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That pass has been well intercepted. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Succumbs to the pressure. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
The attendance for this
Maldini.
match was 60,000.
So we've reached the hour mark. Oh, played through for the wide man. Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Son Heung-min providing an outlet on that flank. He's picked his way through. In with a header! Yes! And they are cruising away.
The goal scorer.
Great header, made it look easy.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly.
Lionel Messi.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Diaz. Now it's Kane. Kane's put it away! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
Bayern Munich choosing to make the first change.
Fabian Ruiz. Coming on the field. Number 7.
Osimhen. Oh, important interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. Son Heung-min. He's got away. Great hit! And yes, it's there! It is no contest. It is a landslide. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's become a case of men against boys.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
That's been intercepted. And here's Osimhen. Diaz in acres of space out wide.
Diaz, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Back into the middle. Kimmich. Osimhen. Llorente. Now it's Osimhen. Osimhen! That's going to go a long way. Stones kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Just eases him off the ball. Conte. That is a great pick out. He rises! Really well taken goal. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Substitutions taking place.
Bayern Munich can make their change now with a break in play. They're still trying to make a game of this. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. And it's Guardiola. Oh, here's a chance! And that's off target. And he was quick to react. Mbappe. Good spot, he's seen the run. The most accurate pass.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Moved on forwards. Doué. Osimhen. Do it.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. He's in plenty of space here. He's done well to get that clear. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off.
I'm afraid to tell you
How would
that
you
we're
sum up what
expecting
we've
traffic
witnessed,
to be
Jim?
heavy after the
Arsenal
final whistle
desperately
today.
failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. So that's got things underway. Kimmich did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye. Tries a shot! It's off target and by quite a way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter...
Oh, they could be caught out here. Shot could be on. Great chance! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Oh, the contact was as crisp as it comes. The direction was the issue.
And here's Osimhen. Look at this. Now the finish! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Osimhen. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Pressing. Oh no, this does not look good. And that's been won straight back. And he skips past his man. Oh, what a mistake! Just the goalkeeper to beat. Has a go! It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Osimhen. Now, who's going to be first to this? The fullback is in acres of space here. And it's hoisted clear. There's no flag. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's there to retrieve it.
Flex your biceps. to the beat. Me and my set losing sleep. Please don't try this life for me. She has no clue that her presence is the highlight of my week. She thought that I messed with so-and-so, but that was just a story. Life is good, no more parties, shook a guy might bore me. I come from that side of South where no fear was your uniform. Started dressing bright, reckon days look like a unicorn. But we was all wanted something, this is what we rooted for. Yeah. Long time living in the city. Long time living in the city. Long time living in the city. Flex your biceps to the beat. Me and my set losing sleep. Just to stay up in the dance. Please don't try this life we lead. It's not recommended how I spend it. These days I just share it on the record. Tried to send a text, there was an error. I think I got the message. So many memories, got memories. Way before this. Long time living in the city. Long time living in the city. Long time living in the city.
Arsenal can do it here, 90 minutes away from reaching their target. It is the sort of opportunity they would certainly have settled for if offered it on day one. That was then, this is the here and now. Can they meet their ambitions, their aspirations? Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. There's the whistle, and here we go. Arsenal cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. And it's played forward. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy, Donnarumma, really is a generational talent.
Osimhen! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
This is going to make things very interesting, as their opponents will have to take a risk or two now.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Oh, what a ball! Well read, and the danger is averted. Son Heung-min. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Might want to be careful there.
And it's Son Heung-min, and he's been shifted off it. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal.
And the score is 1-0.
Akanji promptly onto that, and that is that.
First quarter of an hour gone.
Son Heung-min. Great defending, strong and determined. Olise could try cutting inside here.
Valverde.
Nicely spread. And no, that was never going to make it. Floated up and over. Manchester United looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Oh, he's been caught napping! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Olise. Musiala. Short changes him with that pass. Hoisted upfield by the keeper.
Arsenal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Osimhen! Now, who's going to be first to this? Plays a delicate ball, and he's intervened well there. Works it forward. Has a look and plays it forward. And he's picked out the run.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Now that's well seen too. And there's green grass ahead of him. The ball has bounced loose now. There's the hit! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And now a sudden chance to counter. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Robertson. Saliba cuts out the pass. And that's another good win of the ball.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That is ended up in no man's land. Nice interception, well timed. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. He's shifting through the gears here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. No outsmarting him this time. That's been cut out, well played. That's headed upfield.
There will
That's
be
a
1
key
minute
interception.
added time.
That has not gone well. There's the whistle for half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Arsenal happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitution.
So off we go once more.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Arsenal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
No, that's been intercepted. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Out to the left it goes. Back into the middle.
Arsenal couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And it's Sané. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Osimhen! It goes to show he is human after all.
Arsenal just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Now it's Osimhen. And that's gone loose. Arsenal have reclaimed it. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Substitution in progress.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitutions taking place.
So there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Arsenal have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Valverde. Oh, nicely intercepted. Looks to clip it forward, and he cuts out the supply. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mile.
Musiala! They've done it! They are right back in business.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it will happen.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Musiala! Musiala! Substitution.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Ah, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Played back in. Akanji spots it and intercepts. Who saw this coming? From the cusp of victory to the cusp of desperation. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Sané engages and forces him off the ball. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, that's a nice ball. No luck with that dink over the top.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Back into the middle. Lukaku. Valverde. Conte! That's a sharp pass. Couldn't squeeze it through. He's gone forward. That is good alertness. And he was quick to react. Valverde. He's had it taken off him. And it's Son Heung-min. The final 5 minutes.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
It's a pretty loose pass. Robertson gets over and intercepts. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Messi
Has been
is
indicated.
in space and looking for options. Saliba gets it away. He's gone for goal! That was a matter of inches.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
2 minutes to be added on. Played back in. And that's an errant pass. And that is that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either. Well, last day drama, always a grand part of the game, of course, but by anybody's standards, this has to be one of the biggest days. Put straightforwardly, avoid defeat, and they are up. That is the single point for which many inside this ground and right the way around the world would happily snap off your hand. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. We have already started here. Arsenal cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Foden. Kante cuts out the pass. Osimhen. Valverde. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Now it's Osimhen, and he's intervened well there. And here's Mbappe, and he's been shifted off it. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Osimhen, and he's through, and Osimhen! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Yeah, but I really like that link-up there. I think something I'm sure they can work on again and get it right.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Robertson. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, perfect. Osimhen! Goal! Arsenal! And look who it is. He leads the way. He leads the way again.
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Arsenal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Van Dijk.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a really well-measured ball. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Oh no, what has happened here? He is through here! Ah, he's given it away! Fagioli attempts a clearance. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Fiddles it through. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. 30 minutes gone. Caicedo. Now that's well seen too. Osimhen.
Fagioli. Valverde. Mbappe.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Well, that is one way to stop him.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Well, that looks a cracking ball.
Decent hit! He has done it! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Is number 45.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Foden. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Caicedo. Mbappe. Chouameni for Olise. Bellanova. That's a little off target.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Foden.
Now it's Messi.
That's a decent clearance.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Really well cleared. And he opts to go forward. Valverde. And here's Messi. He's got away. And the half-time whistle goes. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Arsenal ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And the second half gets underway. Now it's Mbappe. Foden.
Mbappe.
Oh, that's a nice ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Akanji. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries to get it clear. Chouameni. Osimhen. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Messi. No way through there. And it's played forward. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Akanji. Caicedo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Played into space out wide. He's picked his way through. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. He's having a go! A real chance and a real let-off.
Manchester United are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more
The
constructive.
attendance for this match was 72,306.
Almost an hour gone.
Conte.
Olise. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Caicedo. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Donnarumma attempts a clearance. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's beautifully weighted. It's a goal kick.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Lukaku coming on here, a change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions.
Oh no, this does not look good. Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Arsenal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Robertson gets over and intercepts. Olise is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Valverde. Son Heung-min. Gets a good foot in there. And back to the goalkeeper.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Akanji kept his eye on it, and he's there. Valverde has a look and plays it forward. Mbappe. That's good running with the ball. Moved on forwards. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Akanji gets across to intercept that. He might be in here! And that is masterful defending. Akanji clears. Akanji defending his... It's Lukaku! Played out to the left flank. Belanova. Olise. This is... Oh, shooting chance! And more, and more, and more! And they are cruising away.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Number 20.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Valverde
1 minute added
aims
time.
beyond the defence. Mbappe! And he's looking... And that is it, the referee has seen enough.
I'd like to draw your
A
attention
win,
to the screen
a
right now
triumph,
for
a
information
time
on
to
our
crank
shuttle
up the
bus
music,
service.
charge...
I can see that you test yourself. Don't believe you're the best you felt. Raw honey oatmeal could have guessed you're the best of health, but you feel like someone else. Dealt with a hand of stealth. Some poor, some got the wealth. Back gonna shine on, baby, you divine. So keep on fighting. Find the horizon. Better rewind. No man is an island. Sounding the sirens. We unite. Let go things vibrant. Done with the silence. Let's shake with the vibrance. Lights out. Time is wasting on you. I got all my people out here shining. Show you how we do. Let me turn in their heads when we're coming through. Yeah, 'cause you're old news now. 'Cause you're old news now. Lights out. Time is wasting on you. I got all my people out here shining. Show you how we do. Let me turn in their heads when we're coming through. só vaqueiro, marajoara. Esses olhos de cobre se encontram com o meu, acho que vai me encantar. Uma cantiga pra lançar do vagalume no chuveiro profundo, no vento querer espalhar. Veneno, pinga da boca daquela cobra. Oi, tava me olhando, mudinho, olhei pra ela e digo: só vaqueiro, marajoara. Esses olhos de cobre se encontram com o meu, acho que vai me encantar. Uma cantiga pra lançar do vagalume no chuveiro profundo, no vento querer espalhar. Veneno, let me go to the rhythm of carimbo. From Pará to Sampa, no, the rhythm don't let me go. Veneno, let me go to the timing of the tempo. Close my eyes, I'm so high, no, the rhythm don't let me go. Veneno, pinga da boca daquela cobra. Oi, tava me olhando, mudinho, olhei pra ela e digo: só vaqueiro, marajoara. Esses olhos de cobre se encontram com o meu, acho que vai me encantar. Numa cantiga pra lançar do vagalume no chuveiro, no perfume, no vento quero espalhar. Veneno, let me go to the rhythm of carimbo. From Pará to Sampa, no, the rhythm don't let me go. Veneno, let me go to the time. So high, no, the rhythm don't let me go.
If it's love, then you know that I'm with it. I've been down with the groove and the rhythm. From a sea where I go and make a living. Looking at you different. Yeah. Another day, another dollar. Yeah. Cause you my lady, you holler. God, tell me how you feeling. Cause lately we've been dealing with the realest emotions. Yeah. Struggle been real, the bubble revealed. Yeah. We gotta prevail, can never be still.
Arsenal can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. We have already started here. Mbappe. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. This might spell danger. Mbappe gets flagged offside. That is a great pick out. Just a goal kick, hits one! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Kimmich, and it's Schneider. Kante defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, well played, well played. Kimmich. Schneider. Looking for the runner. Schneider unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Osimhen! And that is doing no harm at all.
Arsenal were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
First quarter of an hour gone. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here's Mbappe. And this is Schneider. Now the finish! And he hits the net. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Sporting are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Kimmich calmly anticipates. Osimhen. There's the shot! He scores! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Arsenal get themselves back into contention. Decent hit! It's in! And this is getting better and better.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Sporting go two up and into a position of real strength.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Hernandez. Vinicius Junior. Shapes to shoot! It's a good run, that. Great timing. Koundé spots it and intercepts. Schneider was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Sneijder. Oh, that is a nice touch. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, that pass isn't the best. Sneijder. Sneijder going face-to-face with his great rival. Llorente. He can run onto that. Oh, that's well spotted. Kimmich. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Mbappe. Kimmich. Osimhen has found the net here, of course. Osimhen. Oh, what has happened here? Arsenal are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Vinicius Junior, who's set up one goal so far. And here's Mbappe. Gets his pass away. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. No, that's been intercepted. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Hernandez makes the interception.
Has been indicated.
And it's Neymar. Nice interception, well timed. Olise. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Good effort from distance. And that'll be the final action of the first half. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game.
He's had a shot! Conte. Now it's Lukaku. That looks a cracking ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Gets his head to it! Tries to get it clear. He's cut it out. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, played through for the wide man. Great position. He's had a hit! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And the lead is extended still further.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Sporting grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. That has not gone well. And here's Sneijder. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Sporting are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Neymar. Mbappe. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
The attendance for
Things
this match
looking
was
so easy, almost too easy here.
60,179.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Zaire Emery. That is good alertness. And he welcomes it in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Hernandez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Elise.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 4, Stones.
Zaire Emery.
Coming on to replace him
Arsenal
is
do have
number
options available on the
15,
bench if they want to go that way. And it's Snyder. He is through here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Nicely aimed pass. Sporting have it back and can go again. He's looking to set free a runner. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Neymar, and he's managed to get free. Can he put it away? Oh, terrific save.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Number 45,
Sporting have their second corner now.
number 20, Lukaku.
Tries a
Coming on the
shot!
field, Number 23,
Without the best in the keeper.
number 21, Key.
Sporting have their third corner. Arsenal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And that's been won straight back. Hernandez. Pass somewhat off target. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Hernandez promptly onto that, and that is that. Chance! And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Olise. Conte. That is a great pick out. Mbappe. Oh, nicely intercepted. Gets a good foot in there. And here's Neymar. And he's found a way past. Oh, that was vital. Lenormand. Olise. Oh, that's a key interception. Adams
4
cuts out
added
the
minutes
pass.
has been indicated.
Schneider might just make this. Adams. Kimmich. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And he's picked out the run. He has found the way through. That was always going to be the keeper's. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Arsenal cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off.
I'd like to draw your
How do you
attention
look back
to
on the game then,
screen
Jim?
right now for
One-sided.
information on our...
Let in love and lead the way. No, I'll never let you go. Running deep and running free. Like a river through your soul. Thought I'd never find my life. Never justify my feelings. I've been searching for all time. For the dream that I believe in. I find a deeper love. Open up my mind, set my spirit free. I found a deeper love. Open up my mind, set my spirit free. I found a deeper love.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop, It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more.